So I'm in the darker, the grungier garage gym today. And today I got my quad-ear leg workout of the week. Right now I'm squatting 3 times a week, doing upper lower rest, full body rest, and then repeating that. And it's good so far. My knee was feeling a little funky a couple days ago and a little bit yesterday, but it feels totally fine today. And just gonna warm up good, and it'll be all good basically. Got no worries about it. Still coming back, still gaining that strength back. Today I got 270 to 290 for I think it's a 3x6 on pause squat. So that'll be fun, and it'd also be nice because like even if my knee is a little funky today, the pause squats they'll be fine because they feel better on it, like less bounce. And then I got front squats, and then I got split squats, or actually no, front squats, goblet squat, split squat, and then some back, basically, back and abs. So yeah, probably, I don't know how much of this workout I'll record, but I'll definitely try to record a few things. The only thing with the squats is I kind of just get into like a flow, you know what I mean? I don't want to break it up, but yeah, I'll try to video what I can, and I hope that it's dope. So today I'm gonna do the lighter percentages. I'm just gonna do 275 for 3x6. Just feeling like I need the recovery, basically. And yeah, nothing crazy, that's all I felt like saying. And I'm within the range, 270 to 290. So if I do 275, it's pretty whatever. I think last week I did 280, so. One thing to keep in mind is that you don't really get stronger by just like hitting a wall every session. From what I understand, it's really like high force production that is most important in producing strength. So that's kind of why you have the whole RPE thing nowadays, where dudes are like, now bro, you gotta do RP 6 to 7, or with some programs that are percentage based, really just being sub-maximal, is because you just get all of that high force work. Where like the force, obviously, if I was benching like 275 versus 315 for like a set of 3, the 315 set of 3 is higher force, but honestly, I think it's the force production that matters. I couldn't tell you. So yeah, I don't know. Just something that I felt like saying, but yeah, I'm gonna do this set real quick. Low arousal day, let the recovery happen. Got a big bench day tomorrow. So yeah. Just finished that set. Not too bad. No music, no hype. Really trying to keep it as bare bones as possible. Yeah, low arousal, which I think has a lot of merit. And I don't think people realize how, I don't know, it's because it's really like kind of a Western lifting thing, is you gotta come into the gym and you gotta do your fucking Texas method, 5 rep max, gotta go up like 5 pounds every week. So, you know, and then that 5x5 the following Monday, gonna be at more weight. It's all gonna suck. You know, you're just barely gonna be recovering. And I think there's a time and place for that program, but I think there's also a time and place to kind of almost like master the weight. So let's say I'm doing, obviously this is not what I'm doing right now, but like, this is just like an example. If I did this 3x6 at 275 and I stuck with it for like 3 weeks. A lot of people might be like, oh shit, like he's not PRing, he's not making any gains. But that's not how it works. You can just hit the same weight for like 3 weeks and then maybe I go 285 after that. I think it was Pavel Tatsulin or whatever that kind of talked about this, where it was that, I don't remember what it's called. It's kind of like that ratchet approach where you stay right here and then you jump up here. And then it's really hard the first week. And then it's almost like it gets easier. Oh, and it does get, that's the point, is it gets easier week to week until it's like, oh shit, this 3x6 at, you know, 275, I could have done 3x9 or 10 or something like that. And then it's like, oh, well, it's the third week of this. The next week, the fourth week of this, I'm going to 285, 290, you know, 295, because you can take bigger jumps like that. And there's like an optimal kind of range for that, because I guess in your head you might be like, oh shit, like I'll stay with 275 for a year and then jump to 365 or something like that. But you know, then you kind of like, obviously that's like a hyperbolic example, but it is something to think about. Is there's that optimal range of like, okay, well I can stick with this for, you know, maybe 2 to 4 weeks before I have some amount of like detraining that goes on. So I just finished my second set and it was definitely easier than the first set. So that's good. Probably about RP 6, which really feels like RP 10 when you're squatting, you know. So that's good. I got a little leg pump right now. I got one more set. I'll probably go 40 seconds. But yeah, I mean, that's it. I don't really have that much else to talk about. Just kind of wanted to talk about what was going on today. With this session, I've treated it as like a low arousal session 2 times, which considering I've only done this workout 3 times, I guess it's mostly a low arousal session then. And that was kind of my plan, is through the 12 weeks to kind of keep this as chill as possible, because it comes off of an SBD day, which is SBD, but it's also like basically just a full body workout, including squat, bench, deadlift, if that makes sense. So it's not like I'm only doing squat, bench, deadlift and then maybe like some fucking abs. I'm doing squat, bench, deadlift, abs, low back, and then I'm hitting like some upper body accessories in there. I don't really like to call them accessories. Kind of, I gotta do my set. I'll explain it. So I'm warming up some front squats right now, and what I was talking about with the accessory thing, I got it from Basement Bodybuilding. So not really a strength guy, but I think we can all learn from each other, you know what I'm saying? And I've been more of a bodybuilder the past like 6 months anyway, but he was talking about how if you view everything that's not like squat, bench, deadlift, maybe overhead press, as an accessory, and it's something that's just kind of like, oh yeah, you just kind of add it on at the end for that little like pizzazz, you end up with that like dude that squats a lot of weight, benches a lot of weight, and honestly isn't that fucking jacked. Think about like the USAPL teenagers, you know what I mean, from like a few years ago. They were all squatting like 5 something, benching in the 3s. All they had to show for it though was chest and quads, which is fine, I guess, if that's what you want. But most people want to be pretty jacked. So I feel like it kind of comes into the whole like the way you word things and view them. It's kind of like the way they're gonna like, and like the way you perceive things is the way they're gonna like show up in your life. So if you view bicep curls as just something to throw on at the end of the workout, but you had a good workout and you're gonna go to In-N-Out, get a fat burger, so you're like, yeah, nah, like I'm gonna skip well, you're gonna end up with some pretty small arms, unless you got some good genetics there. So you got to be careful with how you, with like the words you use to describe the things that you do. So now I gotta do some goblet squats. Honestly, these are just getting a pump, trying to get more out of less weight. Just a little extra quad volume. One thing with the goblet squats though is that you can maneuver the bell so that it can be quadier, basically, more like a sissy squat. If you do them like a front squat, then I do think that they're a worse version of a front squat. But if you mess around and kind of feel where it really hits your quads, that's when it can be pretty useful. So I just got 12 reps, 207 pounds on the seal row. Definitely not a PR, but I got that last week. But looking to get another set of 12-ish, and then maybe a third set. I'm pretty sure the most I've done is 225 for like 10 to 12 reps. So, and that was when I was doing like 7 sets of seal rows. So hopefully gonna get back there soon. But dude, yeah, like the fucking, whenever I record while listening to music, my phone just like loses battery so fast. So it's at like 27% and went like all the way down to 20 in like 30 seconds. It's weird, dude. My phone's kind of fucked. But, so I didn't record it all. I like shut the video off. So gonna just leave it at that. Just do another set. Kind of put my head down and grind. Got some power shrugs after this. Trying to beef up the traps and neck. And then it's abs and low back. This is the post-training meal. Got some kimchi right there. I don't know why the fuck my hands look like that, but whatever. Lentils, green, I don't remember what kind of lentils they are. Labneh, which is like yogurt. Got some kebab mix that I made this morning, just 85, 15 ground beef. It's a little high fat, but it's the cheapest ground beef, so. Or actually, I guess 80-20 is, but that shit is way too fatty. Got some sweet potato right here with cinnamon on it, and got some tuna.